Hello, today I'd like to talk about Unreal Tournament. Certainly there's a lot of Unreal Tournament games, but the recent announcement of the new community-driven Unreal Tournament is really interesting. So, firstly, I think it's really cool that a big company is embracing the idea of open development, and it seems like Epic has sort of put it in their DNA because not only are they extremely open with Unreal Engine, which is really cool, but they're also being open with the design and creating the next Unreal Tournament game. And I think open development is really great. Certainly, I don't think Neverending Nightmares were quite that open. I mean, in that we're not taking content from anyone, not on the development team. But I'm open to ideas and feedback, and it's been huge helping me create the game. And so definitely want to thank all the backers and the forum posters and everyone. Because I couldn't have done it without you. And I mean that, honestly and sincerely. I really can't understate how helpful it's been, and I think it will continue to be helpful, and I'm definitely interested to see how the game, the response to the game sort of changes as we open to beta backers, which probably will be beginning of July-ish, thereabouts, maybe? I don't know. I haven't quite worked it out yet. But anyway, so back to the topic of hand, Unreal Tournament. I think the really smart thing about Unreal Tournament is the idea of a getting or sort of monetizing community content through a platform. And so this is something I've thought about a lot, because they talked about it at Steam Dev Days, and, they talk about how, with Team Fortress 2, people are creating content for Team Fortress or whatever and selling it, and the people who create the content are making money. There's several, full-time content creators, not working for Valve for Team Fortress. And I think they may have said that, one or two may have even made more than people working at Valve or something like that. But I think he was quick to dismiss it. I don't know. Anyway, but I think that's sort of interesting when you think about creating a platform instead of a game. And so, I think, supposing I wanted venture capital for whatever, I was creating this new company and I wanted venture capital, the worst thing I could tell them is, I'm creating a game, right? No one wants to invest in a game because games have, pretty limited returns. I mean, even really successful games, aren't doing Minecraft numbers. I mean, only Minecraft is doing Minecraft numbers. So, I mean, that's not something you can expect. But if you create a platform, like a service that you get money from other developers' successes and things like that, then you can really create you can get a lot of money, but also the whole thing Valve was saying, if you do sort of microtransactions right, you're adding value to the ecosystem. You're not creating something where people feel like, oh, I wasted this money, or, this is stupid. People are paying real money for things that they care about. And, I think, for Team Fortress or whatever, I don't know, they had a lot of complicated things about what they do with that. But I think the benefits for something like Unreal Tournament becomes obvious, right? You can create a cool map for Unreal Tournament and sell it for, I don't know, 99 cents or something, and then people will buy your map, and, Epic gets a cut, and you get some money for making a cool map. But I think what's even more interesting is, mods, right? So, if Unreal Tournament comes out, that's cool and all, but what if I want a CTF game? So I like playing CTF a lot, especially if they have grappling hooks. So someone makes a mod for that that's like the, Quake 2, I forget, was it three wave? I don't know. There were some good CTF mods for Quake 2 I played a lot, and then it's like, hey, that person's getting money, and I'm getting a cool game. And then, maybe like Quake Pong or something. Like, I don't know if I ever got Quake Pong running, but it seemed like a lot of fun. I played a lot of Action Quake too. That was cool. Although that's kind of Counter-Strikey. I don't know if that would fly these days. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of cool ideas, and I'm sure people have thought of mods that are even cooler than those. And so, I mean, things like that are really cool, and things that, people that add value to the Unreal ecosystem, and people can make money, and Epic can make money. But I think the smartest thing about it for Epic is that it gets a lot more people using the Unreal Engine, right? Because mods are huge, and well, I don't know how huge mods are now, but I mean, certainly mods have always been a really good place to learn development, or even, make an entire game that's different than the one you're modding. I don't think I ever told him this, but I think Brandon Chung from Blendo Games is really smart, because like 30 Flights of Lightning was done in Quake 2, and Quadrilateral Cowboys done in Doom 3. So basically he gets a pre-made engine. It's, good enough to ship a game on, multiple games, and then it's free. And so, I mean, like, he gets all those tools and things, and he can use them, and then he can, charge money for his game, because he's not charging money for the engine, he's charging money for the content. And so, but, I mean, I can see a future where, someone makes a really great Quake Pong or whatever, capture the flag thing, and then maybe they want to spin it off into their own game. And so they, I don't know. I mean, I imagine you have to still license Unreal if you want the developer tool set. I don't know, maybe they'll have, like, the mod tools for free. But, I mean, still at $20 a month, it's like, whatever. And then, they'll actually get the license and create, a retail game on Steam. And, I mean, I think in Epic's mind, that's sort of the best of every world, is that, they get people into the Unreal ecosystem, and they get people using it, and I think that's really valuable, because then if they go and work on another game, they're going to want to start using Unreal. Or not start using, they're going to want to keep using Unreal, because, they know how it works. They learned all the ins and outs. So I think, creating a game, a shell of a game, and then opening it up to users to add value to it, gets the users start using Unreal, which I think is one of Epic's big business goals. But also it's cool to have the it's cool to have all that content in Unreal Tournament. So, I don't know, we'll see how it pans out, and certainly, I mean, Unity is very entrenched in indie developers and sort of new developers, but I think, Unreal is really playing their cards right, which, I mean, is something that I was kind of thinking is that, like, AAA publishers aren't really going to be using Unreal as much this generation, just because the budgets are so huge, they want complete control, and they can, or they do the same engine across companies, like, I think, I don't know, but I mean, like, I think Rockstar shares its tech, and a bunch of companies, EA, everything's now on Frostbite, I think. So, I mean, I think that's what big publishers are going to do, but I think for, so I think Unreal, recognize that Epic recognized that to sell Unreal, they really need to be targeting everyone instead of just the AAA publishers, which, I mean, there's Homesick, a buddy of mine's making this cool indie game, Homesick, and it uses Unreal 3 and So did Antichamber. So I mean, indies could use Unreal 3, but um, the licensing terms weren't quite as friendly um, as Unity. So I don't know. It should be interesting, and I think at the very least, it's a very interesting experiment in new forms of monetization. And maybe Epic will have like a different team that makes for pay content for their own game. Maybe they'll do it under a secret name or something, but I mean, I guess I wouldn't, completely eliminate that. But I think it's kind of interesting, that they're basically saying we're focusing on the shell of the game, the core experience, and then people can expand it. And so, I don't know. I'm certainly excited to see how it turns out. I'm not very good at the first person arena shooters, but I'll probably give it a whirl. So anyway, thanks for watching.